Here is me getting ready to play rugby for the first time in decades as a 49-year-old 1 month away from turning 50. University of Dallas, my alma mater, alumni weekend, the classic alum versus students game. And my little moment of action coming right up.
Oh, he's going.
Well, not right up, actually. A little background first. And no, that wasn't me running. That was a young, fast college student. But first, this is a scene from the party after, and I have been going to the game and the party for many, many years in a row, and I love it. Always one of my favorite weekends. See guys I played with way back when in the early 90s, meet the new kids, but I haven't played in a really long time because I've dislocated my right shoulder like 13 times. And most of that was actually from martial arts, grappling. But rugby is the reason that my right shoulder, is permanently altered, I guess you could say. Here is what the juncture of a shoulder and arm is supposed to look like, because that's from my left side. And here is what mine on the right side looks like. Yeah, that divot is not normal. My collarbone is free floating on that end. That shoulder's been dislocated multiple times, like I said, so obviously it's easy to re-injure it and do it again. And the other reason to not play is I have to play against guys like this. There's me in front of the line of giants. Well, giants compared to me. So size differential increases the odds of injury. There's that. And obviously age, again. 1 month away from turning 50. And the thing is, since I'm little, I play the speed positions. Like, no knock on the bigger guys who play later in life, but you can do that more easily because it's more short distance wrestling and fighting, basically, like these guys here. Alumni are in orange, by the way, so you can see they are more than holding their own. But the further the ball gets from the scrum, from the melee action, the more it turns into a speed game. And I play way on the ends, where it's like all open space and speed. Everything we're seeing in this video segment is either real close-up or like, say, mid-range action. So this is just brutal action. I mean, they get a lot more of it, don't get me wrong. But it's like in American football. It's the reason you might see in the NFL a, quote-unquote, old offensive lineman, but you're not going to see an old wide receiver. And those are the forwards, by the way, the big guys. The backs, like myself, look at this guy. He graduated just last year. And look at this speed. I have to be able to cover open ground. And whether I'm playing winger or fullback, I'm the last line of defense, so I don't want to go out there and get juked out of my shorts by someone far less than half my age while they just go racing off, taking it to the house. And all that came to a head on this play. Back to this. So the young blood that we see get the ball on the left and shoot out like a cannon, he beats the whole team until right about there. When I caught him, like I said, last line of defense, open field tackle. Those claps were for me for a tries like a touchdown, saving tackle. And I don't care how petty it is, I'm just really proud of that. Later at the party, multiple people walked up to me and, complimented me on it. And let me tell you, when I saw this guy break free and come at me, I just instantly assumed I was either about to get steamrolled and just planted on my ass, which this student could have easily done. He's a full head taller than me. Or more likely faked out and I just look like a highlight reel dummy, grasping air feebly as he just blows past me and takes it to the house. So anyway, luckily for me, he made the wise choice, which was to try to fake me out, because going through me would still slow him down somewhat, and someone else might catch him from behind then. So here we go. And we're both moving to the camera, but then he plants and heads off to the left. The worst position to be in, right? They can go left or right, you have no idea. I was caught pretty flat-footed. And you can see I do my best to match his change of direction, but he is definitely getting past me, so I barely managed to grab some jersey. Look how he is completely past me at this point. But I hold on for dear life and spin him down. My hand actually got cut, like small cuts, but cuts in multiple locations from the friction of the jersey, because he's running by with so much energy. And so there we go, a very self-indulgent video, but it's my channel, and I kind of wanted to memorialize this. I was legitimately risking, injuring myself by playing, but it seemed like a special occasion because I've got the big 5-0 coming up, and my old coach encouraged me. He told me, your shoulder's already broken. Like, what else can you do to it? By the way, I played a position called a winger, and my fellow alumni winger got taken from the game in that ambulance that you see over to the right. It was his arm. Don't know him. It's a guy from a much younger graduating class, so hope he's okay. But a good reminder for me why I wisely don't usually play in this. So I thought this was funny, new scar on top of an old scar. And yeah, overall, this is actually a really special memory for me, more so because it should be the last time I ever play. It's been very fun watching for like the last 25 years, but I never get to sign the game ball because only people who actually play get to sign the game ball. See the KIKI Kiki there? And maybe it's dumb, but that was just a really neat feeling to be able to do that. And yeah, the whole thing had me feeling kind of philosophical. Time passes, and we can do less and less of the things we used to do. I only played one quarter, and my legs were sore for days, really sore, because I had to sprint with everything I had whenever that ball would get kicked. But more importantly, I felt like a legitimate sense of fear about my safety when I stepped out there. And of course, I never felt that in the old days, just like all these young guys here don't feel it. God bless them. Look forward to watching from the sidelines next year.